All right, do a quick video on the 69 T-Bird I just acquired. Story was it's a farm car. It was parked in a chicken coop for a while. It was used to haul wood around the farm. Don't really have a long history on where it's been or where it's from. According to the data codes, it was created or it was built in Michigan, Michigan factory. Um, the guy bought it from a kid who got it from Grandpa. Grandpa had it on the farm. It was parked in the chicken coop. It was used to haul wood around in the trunk, which is why she sits kind of low in the back, because I'm guessing the rear shocks are bad. Just got it on Sunday, so I really haven't done that much to it, other than just driving around a little bit, just because it's fun. This car has the 429 4-barrel in it. Might as well just start there under the old hood. She has some body issues, but she runs just fine. The biggest problem, I already had the air cleaner off, but the biggest problem is it's got a bad motor mount. So when I really step on the pedal and give it some onions, that the driver's side engine lifts right up off the mount, up in the air. So that was fun to see the first time, because she has the torque to do it. But overall, pretty clean engine bay. Even got some of the factory stickers are still showing up. No rust anywhere in here. Some people have done some creative wiring, so I need to trace all that down and figure out what's going on down there. I don't think this is the original. I'm guessing there's some kind of a voltage regulator. I don't think that's original. That looks like it's all kind of hacked up there. There's some additional wires here and there that aren't supposed to be there, so I'm gonna have to try to chase some of that stuff down and figure out what the problem is. The biggest thing I noticed with this car are all these vacuum lines. Look at all these vacuum lines. Look at that big bundle of vacuum lines back there. And most of them here they're intact, but I have a couple that are missing up here on the front too, so I'm not sure where they all go. The ones up front here, they operate the headlight bezels that close and open, or the eyelids for the headlights. So, yeah, so they kind of work. They kind of open, they kind of close. I have to help them out a little bit, but so that should be fun too, guys. I just love vacuum lines. So, but that's it. That's big monster 429 in there. I think that's original. I haven't really found a serial number on it to make sure it's matching, but I have no reason to believe it's not. This car has 84,000 miles on it. So again, I don't have a ton of history that I know for sure. That I got a title that was registered in Michigan in 95, I think. It's got a 94 inspection sticker from Pennsylvania, so it was probably in Pennsylvania at some point for whatever reason. It has a parking sticker for a company that was in Holland, Michigan, which is where I bought it from. So that's probably where it's been for a while. But no real big problems with it. I'm starting to see some of this Bondo. Someone didn't do a great job with Bondo there. There's a rust hole here in the door. Some rust spots down here. Some little crispy back here, which isn't terrible. This is all full of Bondo out through here. Bondo here. I didn't notice this when I bought it, but I did notice. I knew it was here, so I figured there's probably other places. This is all Bondoed in here. Not a great job, but it looks like it's been like that way for a long time, so it's not going anywhere. Other than that, just like little bubbles, this little bubble rust like here, and a couple little spots like that. But all in all, she seems pretty squared away. No big major dents or bangs or dings. This hitch here says 1970 Pontiac on it. Yeah, so that's fun. That's coming off. It's got a little bit of a dent in the rear bumper there underneath. Maybe like backed up into something, but she's pretty squared away. She's pretty straight. All this is kind of fading off. This is all supposed to be like a darker black, but that's fading, but that's fine. No big deal. A little crispy and crunchy in the rear wheel well. So the other side is full of Bondo. This one's full of rust. So that's probably what was the problem. Again, it was sold to me as a Texas car. There's no way of knowing that. It looks like a Midwest car to me. There's no reason to think that the underneath's pretty nice. The frame's there and the floors aren't gone, but this is all kind of typical Midwest rust spot kind of things I'm used to seeing on cars up here. So yeah, tires are old and worn. They don't even have dates on them. Let's go to the inside of the car. The inside of that car is what sold me on it. I still got some stuff in here where I'm cleaning it out. Door cards are pulled off because it looks like someone was messing with the power windows, because this does have power windows, power seats, and someone was messing with the controls. The guy I bought it from said Grandpa was doing that. But the door cards are in good shape. They're in the trunk. I have them. No rust around, you know, on the inside of here. It looks nice and clean. All the sills are clean. This sill's missing a little sticker on it, but the other one's there. Seats retract. I've been told that this is a big deal. Those go bad, but that works pretty well. Dash is a little crispy in spots. Someone tried to repair it there. The top of it's had some sun damage, but again, I knew all that when I bought it, so no biggie. Interior is pretty decent. It's factory carpet in here still. Smells like mouse, but it looks pretty decent. The driver's side is a little tore up. Of course, someone tried to put their, you know, their Pioneer cassette tape deck in here and tore up the old radio, which I have the old radio, but they did cut up the dash a little bit. Love these gauge clusters. They all work. The clock doesn't work. Everything else seems to be working just fine. Steering wheel's got the old wrap on it. I haven't had the guts to take it off yet to see how bad the steering wheel actually is. Broken horn ring, which is pretty typical. Someone did try to repair it, you know, with a little piece of metal and a little screw in there. From dinging around. But see, it's not bad. It just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. I haven't even hardly touched this thing with cleaning supplies yet. They're in the back seat sitting right there, so I'm getting to it. Back seat's in real good condition. I love the back seat of this car. This is it's not crispy, it's not brittle. I have no problem with my kids sitting back there and feeling completely confident that that's going to stay. So that looks real nice. I pulled those side panels off because I pulled the headliner off, right? Because the headliner was full of mouse poop. But those side cards are really good shape. I'll be putting those back on. Let's see here. Let's go to the trunk. Let's see what the trunk looks like. All right. Again, trunk deck looks good. No real rust. You know, where stuff tends to sit, water and snow tends to sit, in cars just sit in the ground. There's the original radios that I got with it. This one's just a FM AM radio. This one actually says Thunderbird on it, so I'm guessing this is the original factory radio. So that'll be going back in at some point. Here's the door cards. Again, they're here. They're a little dirty, but they look like they're easily cleaned up, so there's no problem there. Here's the air cleaner lid. The kid who sold it to me thought it was a 428, probably because he couldn't read what that said. I pulled the numbers on it, and it was a 429, so it's all good. More door card stuff. I'm trying to get to the bottom of the floor of the trunk here. And you can see from the floor deck down there, no rust at all. Still got factory sealant on there. Not crusty, not pushing through. That's all in really good shape. I guess water tended to sit back here quite a bit where the spare tires at. That all looks in good shape. So other than those few spots of rust on the wheel wells, it looks like it's in really good condition. Some of the seals on the trunk are old and rusty, but you know, it's all good. Closes nice and tight. All the lines look good on the trunk. All the lines are good on the doors when I shut them.
Yeah, what is this?
So I don't know what that is, son. That's like a vent in the back for air conditioning. So
I think I might know.
okay. Yeah. So there's the car. It's in a good shape. It's a fun car to drive already. I'm